Hi there, Chief Assaws, Morgan's Point Resort Fire Rescue. I'm coming to you today to talk to you a little bit about home fire safety. I want to give you a couple pointers based on some things we observed at a house fire that occurred in our community yesterday morning. As I'll show you in a moment, the house was unfortunately completely destroyed by fire. Thankfully, the two adult females that were here occupying the house at the time got out with their lives along with their dog. That's not always the case. Though we may never know what caused this fire, we do know there's a space heater in operation at the time of the fire that we were using to warm the house. As the weather gets cooler, we know a lot of people are looking for different ways to warm their house and stay warm at night, whether it's blankets, space heaters, central heat and air, all kinds of solutions. But each solution is a hazard. With space heaters, you want to give them space. You want to give them a complete wide berth where they can breathe, they can heat your home, and they're not going to be in contact with any clothing, combustibles, wrapping paper for Christmas, or where they can get tipped over by an animal or child. If you have a gas space heater, one that uses propane or natural gas, that's also a chance they'll put out carbon monoxide. If you have any gas appliance in your house, you should purchase a carbon monoxide alarm. They're freely available at Walmart, Home Depot, any number of box stores. The other thing, one of the most important pieces of home fire safety that was not in the house last night was a working smoke detector. We know that statistically 93% of all American homes are equipped with one or more smoke detectors, but we also know sadly that about half of those homes, the smoke detectors don't work. Sometimes they just expire. Smoke detector lasts about 10 years and it's no longer really very useful. You should consider throwing it out and replacing it after 10 years. Many times it's because the batteries are taken out. Sometimes it's somebody uses it for remote control or a game. Sometimes someone may smoke, or it may be a kitchen environment or someplace where the smoke detector just goes off and creates a nuisance. And so the batteries get taken out, or the smoke detector gets taken down and forgotten about until you need it. Fortunately, and by the grace of God, and I say that, the lady that escaped here with her life yesterday in her 80s said she feels God had a hand in that, and I agree with her. There was absolutely no reason they should have woken up at that time of the morning, but they did. They were lucky. You may not be lucky. The smoke detector will save your life. We know that when home fires kill people, when we have fatality home fires, about 60% of the time, those fatalities occur in homes that aren't equipped with a smoke detector. And if you think about the fact that over 93% have a smoke detector, and 60% of our fire deaths are caused by not having a working smoke detector, that is a statistic. That is something we can definitely get in there and fix, and that's something we need you guys' help with in the community. Speaking of community, I want to thank you on behalf of the fire department and the family. There's been a huge outpouring of support. We've had donations dropped off. They've had people come by their house. This is a small community. It's one of the things I cherish about working in Morgan's Point, is that we are such a tight-knit community. I want to thank you all for that, and on behalf of the fire department and the family. But again, I want to remind you, as we take a look back at how much destruction was done, that things could have gone a lot worse. We absolutely could have had a fatality fire starting off our holiday season here in Morgan's Point Resort. And it is something, as your fire chief and as someone who believes in fire safety and has been around this for 2 decades working around house fires, I can tell you firsthand, these can and do and will save your life. Please buy a smoke detector. Please make sure yours work. If you have any questions at all about buying a smoke detector, what type to buy, where to place them, drop by the fire station. We'll be glad to help. Thank you.